Whether you're new to Pokemon Unite or you're a player that's been around for a long time and just want to brush up some of your skills on Pikachu, I decided to make this Pikachu guide. Everyone's favorite Pokemon and the game's mascot, Pikachu, is a Pokemon that a lot of people are going to get very, very early on when playing Pokemon Unite, so I thought it would be a good idea to start going through all the Pokemon on the roster, and Pikachu felt like a good place to start. Let's talk about Pikachu's moves and some held item choices. I'm also going to show you some matches, boost emblems, basically everything you need to know about this Pokemon. Pikachu starts the match with the move selection between Electro Web and Thunder Shock. Thunder Shock feels like the strongest choice to start out with first. Let's go ahead and talk about that, then we can talk a little bit about Electro Web, which is also awesome. Thunder Shock is a move that you aim in a large radius, and it's a sure hit, so any target you throw it on will get hit by it. You can see the little electricity kind of crackling around this Bunnelby here. That is actually the paralyze effect that you're able to throw onto an enemy when you hit them with this move. It slows them for a second and it reduces their attack speed. You'll also notice that this move hits enemies in a slight radius. So if I hit this Bunnelby right here or this Bunnelby right here, all three of them are hit. So Thunder Shock does chain to multiple targets in a small area around. It's a sure hit. It's great for last hitting wild Pokemon or trying to pick up a KO on an enemy. Now we have everyone's favorite Electro Web. Electro Web is a web that you throw out and it literally roots the enemy in place. They are stuck there for a second and a half. It is an amazing early move for Pikachu. You kind of don't want to get rid of it because it's so freaking useful when you're playing in lane, but you literally stop your enemies from moving. You can use this to make sure that they can't get away so your team can KO them. You'll notice, however, Pikachu's basic attack range is here, and its Thunder Shock, same thing. However, Electro Web is smaller, so it has a smaller attack range, but once again, this move is a sure hit. You throw it out there and it hits the enemy. I think it's listed as a hindrance move, but I don't think I've ever seen Electro Web not hit unless there's some weird interaction with it. But basically, you throw this out and they are getting hit. As you can see, as I'm trying to throw it at Snorlax here, I'm not yet in range, so my Pokemon is trying, but it can't get there. Again, your basic attacks and Thunder Shock are actually in a larger range. Your next move choice is Electro Ball or Thunder. We're going to start talking about Thunder right here. Thunder sets down in a very large area as well, large radius. Thunder sets down a little circle right here, an area attack that will strike enemies with lightning 5 times. You can see that they get 5 strikes of lightning right there. It will hit everyone inside of that area. If they're slightly outside of it, it will not hit the enemies. So you have to sort of set this up to nail the enemy you're trying to hit. But if you have a move like, I'd say Electro Web, you can throw this on there after they are inside of your Thunder, and you can set up some really nice moments. Your next move choice is between Volt Tackle and Thunderbolt. Let's talk about Thunderbolt. I think Pikachu can actually be set up with kind of any combination of its 4 moves, but it feels like the 2 sort of standard builds are Thunder Thunderbolt and Volt Tackle Electro Ball, and we'll talk about those here in a minute. Thunderbolt is a really nice setup move here for Thunder. It's another huge range that you can throw it at, and if you hit the enemies with it, it stuns them. The 2 moves can be used in quick succession, so you can set up a combo in multiple ways with this, but one way to set up a combo is if you catch an enemy with your Thunderbolt, you can then immediately throw Thunder on them so that you're able to get that stun and then all the damage you can from Thunder. Also, if your enemy's trying to walk away, obviously, throw your Thunder in front of them so they have something they have to walk into. If they're trying to walk towards you, throw your Thunder so that they have to walk through that to get to you. There are just lots of ways that you can set up tons of damage with this. And then again, if you catch someone in that Thunderbolt, ooh boy, perfect time to throw your Thunder down and get tons of damage. The nice thing about Thunderbolt, even though, again, we all love Electro Web, the nice thing about Thunderbolt is you can stun an entire group of enemies with it, as you can see right here. They all just got stunned by that one Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt and Thunder Plus both get increases. Thunder at level 11 and Thunderbolt at level 13. They both essentially do increased damage. That's not exactly right, but that's essentially what's going on. So with Thunder, you actually get 2 more strikes inside of this area. It's the same amount of time as it was before, it's just more strikes. So it's it's not that it lasts longer, but it does have 2 additional strikes of thunder that hit the enemy. And then Thunderbolt simply does more damage once it gets upgraded. It's a pretty basic move set. With this, you're going to be playing at range a ton. You're going to be making sure that the enemies can't go where you don't want them to go. They can't leave a fight they don't want to, and they can't get close to your allies if they are trying to push in. That's what you're trying to do with this. It's a long-range casting setup for Pikachu. Something to notice with Pikachu, your range is actually extremely long on Thunder and Thunderbolt. You can hit Rayquaza from all the way outside the pit right here if you need to throw a Thunder right there so that you can try to secure this. It's not the best secure move in the game, but at the same time, it's just good to know that you can be quite outside of this fight and still put some damage down on it if you need a last-minute secure attempt. Let's take a look at Pikachu's other 2 moves, Volt Tackle, Electro Ball. This is probably the more common move set right now for Pikachu, but as a newer player, I think either work great. The nice thing about Volt Tackle and Electro Ball are they are sure hits, and Volt Tackle is just incredibly mean. Let's talk about Electro Ball first. Electro Ball, pretty solid range. You can see this is the range for your basic, and that's the range for your Electro Ball. So if you can hit an enemy with a basic attack, you can hit them with an Electro Ball. It is a sure hit. It will follow the enemy, and it does do damage in a small radius. It feels a lot like an upgraded version of Thunder Shock from before. It slows your enemy for 1 second, but it does slow them. It slows your enemy by 50% for 1 second, and it reduces their attack speed by 10% when you hit them. I think the most exciting thing outside of this being a sure hit is the fact that this move has execute damage on it. So it does additional damage equal to 4% of the enemy's missing HP. You can see when I'm hitting this substitute doll right here, the damage on the second little pop there keeps ticking up. That is because the HP of this is getting lower and lower and lower, and it's continuing to do more and more damage the lower the enemy HP is. That's why Electro Ball is so good at securing KOs on enemy Pokemon, getting last hits on things like Regieleki or Rayquaza. Electro Ball is really, really cool, and you'll see a lot of objectives and KOs stolen with this move. Now let's talk about Volt Tackle. Volt Tackle, I feel like, is the bane of so many players' existence. Volt Tackle will grab an enemy, throw them up into the air for 1.5 seconds. It's just such a long stun right here. If you like Electro Web, here is kind of Electro Web 2.0. The only issue with this is Pikachu does dash forward and you can take damage while this is happening, but this sets up so many opportunities for your team to KO an enemy. You can pick the enemy Gengar or Greninja or something like that, grab them, hit them with that Electro Ball, and pick up a huge KO. I think the reason this moveset is so popular right now is because of that. You can target the enemy hyper carry on their team, notice who the best player is, and grab them and shut them down. It is so mean. At level 11, you get Electro Ball Plus, and Electro Ball Plus is increased damage in both ways. The move itself does more damage, and you do more damage based on enemy missing HP. Now it's 5%, so it's just a better execute move, and you get it at level 11. You will pretty often make it to the end of the match at level 11 with Pikachu. You should every time. Volt Tackle at level 13 does not get any type of damage increase, but it does get a reduction in cooldown. I have my move cooldowns off just so we can test them a lot, but you can see throwing it here, you're at a little over 5 seconds here with my cooldown items and with this upgrade right there. So you get to use it a lot more. Let's talk about Pikachu's Unite move. Pikachu's Unite move is Thunderstorm. It's on a pretty low cooldown, so it's actually one of the lowest in the entire game, so you'll get to use it a lot throughout the match, and we'll talk more about the timing of that as you play, or as you see some of my matches here. Thunderstorm right here has a large radius. When you first cast it, it will hit every enemy inside this radius. Every enemy player, I should say, inside this radius. After that, its Thunderbolts will target a random player inside. So that first hit that you get with it, if you can, you want to get as many enemies as you possibly can inside of that. After that, you just hope it strikes the enemy that you wanted to get. Either way, you are probably running a buddy barrier. You could be running an energy amplifier on this Pokemon, so you get a lot of advantage with that too. As soon as you cast this, you're also able to continue throwing your moves, so it's not like you cast this and can't do anything else. You're able to continue to fight here. Let's go ahead and find our buddy Snorlax. Where you at, pal? you're able to cast this Unite move and then immediately hit with a Thunderbolt, continue your basic attacks, and just do a ton of damage to the enemy. Again, very, very low timer here, so you want to make sure that you use Pikachu's Unite move a lot. A really nice combination with Volt Tackle is your Unite move, so if you can catch an enemy in your Unite move, you can then grab them with your Volt Tackle, hit them with an Electro Ball, and you just do tons and tons of damage. You basically set up your Unite, and then you're able to grab them with Volt Tackle to make sure that they cannot get out of it. It does a lot of damage, especially if you're uniting one enemy or something like that. Tons of single target damage. Pikachu's basic attack is boosted on every third attack. It paralyzes the enemy, which hits them with a slow, and it reduces their attack speed by 10%. It's also worth noting that at levels 5, 9, and 13, Pikachu gets additional cooldown reduction in its moves, so it's just able to throw everything a lot faster. It's not something that you can really plan for necessarily inside the game, but it's just good to know that at level 13, Pikachu is sort of at its max power for the most part. Level 15, of course, would be better for everything. It gives you better stats, but that's when you have the most cooldown reduction and all of your moves are upgraded. Let's take a look at some of the best held items for Pikachu. A very solid setup is what I have here, but I'm going to go through a good selection of items and you can take your pick. Buddy Barrier is always a great call on Pikachu. It uses its Unite move all the time, so it will give you a shield and it will give an ally a shield. This can be a huge turning point inside of a fight. Energy Amplifier is great for Pokemon that do a lot of damage once they use their Unite move. This helps your Unite move charge a little bit faster when you KO wild Pokemon, and once you use your Unite move, you're doing more damage to enemies with it. It's a pretty solid combination for Pikachu. Muscle Band is a really interesting item. While Pikachu doesn't take advantage of the attack bonus this gives, what this does is let all of Pikachu's basic attacks deal extra damage to the enemy. So Pikachu is not an attack-based Pokemon, but a Muscle Band is really great on this Pokemon because its attack range is huge, so you're doing this damage a lot. Another fun item is Shell Bell. Shell Bell is really nice because Shell Bell, it heals you, it gives you cooldown reduction, and it gives you special attack. This item is maybe not as good as some of the others unless you're focused on getting a lot of cooldown reduction to Pikachu, which is a great idea. Using your moves is a huge benefit for this Pokemon, so Shell Bell, a really fun option. Focus Band is good on pretty much any Pokemon inside the game. This just lets you stay alive longer, especially during that early laning phase when someone might jump in and try to KO you. I actually don't run this as much anymore on Pikachu, but for newer players, I think you can put a Focus Band on any Pokemon in the game and at least get value from it. When it comes to doing special attack damage with Pikachu, I like Choice Specs the best. This gives you additional special attack, which is nice, but what it does more importantly is it gives you this extra pop of damage once every 8 seconds when you're hitting with your moves. You're throwing your moves all the time with Pikachu, so this can really help you rack up the damage with this Pokemon. I actually like this a lot on the Thunderbolt build. While we're on the subject of items, here are 3 items that might seem okay for this Pokemon, but that I really don't prefer. Special attack specs, Wise Glasses, and Assault Vest. We'll start with Assault Vest. Assault Vest is a cool item, but it's extremely specific, and it gives you a shield to special attack based on your HP. Pikachu's HP pool is pretty low, so I could see thinking this item is cool, like, hey, I'm a squishy Pokemon, I want some extra defense, but it really doesn't work in this situation. Wise Glasses and special attack specs both kind of fall into the issue of Pikachu having a lot of special attack, but its moves don't scale particularly well off that. And for those of you that don't know what that means, just know that you'd be better off with choice specs, I think, on this Pokemon for the most part. The extra special attack that both of these gives you is not nothing, but I think, in my opinion, you actually get more value out of some of the other items I've shown you before. So these are 3 sort of stay away from these items, and then of course everything else, just run. I have boost emblem guides on my channel, but this is a pretty solid setup for a lot of the special attackers inside the game here. There are a few different ways you can build this, but the core of this is 7 black emblems and 6 green emblems. I also happen to have 2 white and 2 purple. I've just been messing around because I got this silver Mewtwo recently, so I wanted to put that in an emblem setup. There are a few different ways to build this, but again, the thought process here is 6 green, 7 black. That's going to give you cooldown reduction, and it's going to give you increased special attack. That's what you want to run for Pikachu. All right, let's mess around with this build here. We're going to keep our buddy barrier. We're going to run choice specs and a muscle band, same emblems that we talked about, and this will be our Thunderbolt build. All right, heading up into the top path here with Pikachu. Again, I've got that muscle band, so all my basic attacks are going to do extra damage, as well as my choice specs. So I'm going to get extra pops of damage from my special attack, my moves, as well, once I hit the enemies with them. Enemy Scyther and Machamp coming in. I'm not going to be able to stop both of them, but I can try to stop them from securing something here. Stop that one. Grab my berries, and so we've got 2 wild Pokemon here. Got my level 4, and I now have my Thunder. I'm going to set that here, so they have to walk through this when they're trying to chase my Trevenant here. So luckily, I'm able to help him get out. And then if Charizard wants to walk that way and go home, I hit him with a Thunder right there. So it just sets up a couple nice combos for us. Ooh. Have to back out of there. Almost got. Oh, there we go. Gotcha, buddy. Hit him with the Electro Web, and then I can walk home. Luckily, I got that red buff from Charizard, and that just makes my basic attack so incredibly mean. Alright. Trevenant needs some help. I'm coming, pal. Unfortunately, I'm not able to stop them there. Evolving into Scissor. Taking some damage as he heads home. The choke is right here. Ooh, that's bad for me. Lot of damage being thrown down with Thunder here. I'm just trying to catch him in those big moments. My allies are fighting around this goal. Well, thought he was maybe going to fight around it. Gather here. I have to back out here. Try to keep myself alive. Looks like, oh, eject button from the Machamp. They get home. Just putting down a lot of damage here, and now I have my Thunderbolt. So now I can catch multiple enemies in my Thunderbolt and Thunder at the same time, hopefully. Skull is gone. And we've got to fight. Nope. Our team looks like they're fighting. Nope, they're pulling off. I want to help them with this fight. I don't burn this objective as well as maybe some Pokemon, so... Ooh, huge catch right there. We get 2 of them with our Thunderbolt. There we go. Nice. Now I can use this to help secure this. Char coming in. It's got a Unite move. I go down here. Fortunately, my team... not able to do too much. Just waiting for the possible secure. Nice job, Absol. Really nice move there by our Absol. And we can walk bottom here. Our bottom path very low leveled, unfortunately. I've almost got my Unite move. There we go. Next fight we get into, I can use that. Lots of experience to grab right here for our team. Going really quick while it's here. And my moves are on cooldown. Figure why not. Oof. I think we go down here. Can't get away from Mime too easily. Gonna have to Unite to live here. Luckily, we're able to get the KO, but not the best Unite move we could use. Getting solo united by the Machamp right there. Surprising, but it's what happened. It looks like my team was kind of doing Regirock, kind of not. Unfortunately, we didn't have our Trevenant or our Absol with us, so we weren't able to really get a strong fight there.
Don't give up.
I'm running down here for a possible steal, but it's pretty unlikely, I would say. Fortunately, not able to get Mime there. However, we do get the final hit on that Regirock, so that's good. Getting united here now by Scissor, going down. It's a Pokemon, Pikachu, that just, it can't do everything by itself, right? So if you're alone and a Pokemon jumps in on you with a Unite move, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Heading to the top path here, I've got my Unite back. Ready to fight here for this next one. We need our team here, though, especially our Mime and Trevenant, or we're just going to get eaten up. Huge catch there by me and Cramorant. Both of our moves, just a ton of damage. Got that Thunder. Ooh, nice move. Tons of damage. Got my Unite move here. We did alright damage, but unfortunately we just really need the big bulk there. Tree's pushing him out, so we might be able to get something here. Mew doing a lot there, as Mew often does. We'll have our Unite move back again pretty soon. That's the awesome thing about Pikachu. Nice. Get that KO. Champ coming in here with a massive Unite move. Got the quick stun on him and a little damage there. Pulled out of his Unite so that I could get that hit with my eject button. Absol with a nice double KO. Hopefully they can pick up this Mew at some point. Mew is just so incredible in this game right now. It's unbelievable. Hitting this wild Pokemon so that I can get my Unite move real quick. I should be able to use it. Well, it all depends. It's going to be really close. No. It's too late, I think. Really strong Thunderbolt there, but we're just going to have to pull back. Enemy gets Regi Ice. I'm going to reset, get my health, and then try to help my team fight here. Looks like we got 3 of them bottom.
The final stretch. You're in trouble.
Could be a nice blue buff for me. Big Unite move coming in here, trying to pick up some KOs. We do get a couple of them there. The champ is below us. Nice, and it goes down inside of its Unite. Beautiful. Cram's gonna get a big score here. Our Mime is on the objective. Charizard kind of looking for an opportunity there, but we're gonna catch it with too much damage here. Beautiful. And we secure Rayquaza. Looking good. Oop, enemy Mime. And enemy Machamp. I might be able to get a score in here. Pikachu's shield is pretty small, though. We'll see if we can get one in. Nice. Scoring with Pikachu. We are ahead right now. Hopefully I can make it home and defend. Gonna watch for the top path. Mew is running up there now. We got 2 going up here. Luckily, my Unite is great at defending goals. I hit multiple enemies around here. Charizard's Unite just got canceled. We get a quick double KO right there with our Unite. And it looks like we're closing this thing out. Nice little KO there on the scissor as well. All right, good game with our Thunderbolt build. We had a few really good fights inside there. And we'll take a look at damage and some metrics and things like that. I don't want you to stress too much about your metrics, especially when you're starting. More importantly, just be showing up to objectives. Think about ways that you can help your team. But as an attacker like Pikachu, you want to be trying to get some decent damage out there. We actually got a lot of KOs there, so we got 12 KOs in that match. And 83,000 damage, that's pretty solid for Pikachu. Depending on the enemy team composition, you can have over 100,000. And, you know, on a decent match even, you can have as low as 50,000 or something like that. Again, I wouldn't stress too much about that, but always be thinking that Pikachu's moves, like all moves in Pokemon Unite, don't have any other way to slow them down except for their cooldown. So if they're off cooldown and you find opportunities to do damage, you should be trying to do that. All right, taking a different item set in here for our Electro Ball Volt Tackle build. We've got Buddy Barrier, Energy Amp, and Shell Bell, same boost emblems. And now we're gonna be Christmas style Pikachu. It says holiday style, but he's Santa Claus, come on. All right, heading in here. I believe I'm heading to the bottom path here with our Mew. Let's go, me and Mew into the bottom path. All right, buddy. And he's running away from everything. See you later. This is not good because now this experience is kind of open for the enemy to come eat. Especially that mime. Yeah, he's looking at it. I know. I hope Mew comes back to help me with this. We'll be okay, but it's a hard one. We're just gonna have to hit mime a bunch. Ooh, there we go. Welcome back, pal. I needed you. I'm sure Mew's been messing with him with Surf on the other side, of course. Mew is just so incredible right now. We're almost at our level 4, which will give us our Electro Ball, and that's kind of our first big power spike here, which will be really cool. There we go. Electro Ball is here. We just get a KO, hopefully, on some of those wild Pokemon. Unfortunately, we didn't get any there. And we're just going to continue to farm up, get as much experience as we can. Let's do it. Mew's here. Excuse me, mime. Well, you can't have them both, bud. And you go down again. That's what you get for messing with Pika and Mew. Pika and Mew. It's a new TV show that I'm working on. Everyone hates it. And they all say that I can't pitch this TV show because I don't own it. But I do. I own it in spirit, I guess. Oh boy. My health's too low for this. Ooh, he caught me. He caught me. I knew he was going to catch me. I should have just eject buttoned earlier, but I was hoping I could juke it, and it was probably not the call. I say probably because we got KO'd. It was definitely not the call. Gonna grab this little one real quick. It looks like our guy's not clearing his center currently. I'll eat that real fast. They're destroying top. That's great. Grabbing our Volt Tackle now. I'm going to make my way top here in 1 second. Looks like he's just running. Oh, no, he's heading back to the center. I was going to say, if he runs right back top, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the blue buff, which is pretty good on Pikachu. Okay, got all that. Walking top. Just grabbing experience as I go. Nothing crazy, but, you know, if I can get a couple pieces of experience just on my way and I see my team's not, you know, getting completely trounced up here, it wouldn't be too bad. The sooner I get my level 9, the better, obviously, for my Unite move. Ooh, Gardevoir got that. Close. Put Buzzwole up into the sky, but it wasn't enough there. Unfortunately, our scissor went down. We're going to lose that top point. Big score by the end. Ooh, they didn't actually get the big score in. That's so nice. They had a 40 there, but only the 11 went in. That's so positive for us. Just trying to make sure the slow bro can't go home. Lots of experience on the map right now for us, and we need to grab it. I would definitely like to go bottom as well, but if I can get my level 9 here, this is just so valuable. So I'm going to grab these two in DD's top. Let's go. Really close to my level 9. I'm walking bottom here. I might tick into it. I might have to grab this clay doll here. Just so close. There it is. I got it. Okay. Level 9. Got my Unite move. So much more useful for the squad with this Unite. Right now we have to back out. This fight's going poorly. If they push onto this goal, we can fight them. Looks like we're going to be pushing off here and heading back to the top point.
You're in trouble.
Letting my team know I'm heading top. We can gather up. Get ready for this fight. We got a lot of Unite moves now. Just need everyone to gather up here. Buzzwole sees us. Just poking him a little bit with my Electro Ball. Big Unite moves coming in. Our team is being pushed back here. We need to all gather up or we're not going to have a chance at this one. Okay. Going on in. Big Unites. 2 down. Ooh, that was so close. I really thought I stole that with my Electro Ball, didn't you? I really thought I stole that. Really close one. All right, we're going to take this super fast. Bummer, that was so close. So close. Hopefully next time. All right. As I go, I'm dealing damage here, and Pikachu has what's called Natural Spell Vamp at level 9, so when I hit with my moves, I get a little bit of HP back. I also get that with my Shell Bell from time to time, so just a way to heal as I'm kind of walking through the map here. I'm going to walk to this top path, see if I can help my team. I'm so close to a Unite move here. Buzzwole is there. Okay. I was hoping my team was going to keep pushing there. They didn't. No big deal.
Don't give up.
I'm going to get my health back, and then I'm going to head bottom here for Reggie Ice. Come on, Pikachu. It's Christmas, buddy. I'm coming. Gardevoir is a great one for me to grab. It's a super easy catch. If we catch Gardevoir, they're in a lot of trouble, you know. Unite, push them all back there, get a nice KO. I got 50. Oh, there's a good 50 right there with Greninja. I'm going to head back, charge my Unite move. It's going to be really low, but if I charge it up here, I can have another Unite for Rayquaza. Pikachu has great charge on its Unite, so we'll have it pretty soon. Not soon enough, but pretty soon. We're at 45% already. We just need to be a little careful here. I'm at 72% on my Unite. Pushing in here. Definitely United a little too late there. Should have waited a little. Ooh, Greninja going in with a Unite. Grabbing Slowbro here. Nice. We can chase this down too. They're close. My Unite's like right there too. Okay, got my Unite back. 4 of them down. Now we can start hitting Rayquaza. I'm going to stay on the outside here. In case they come in, I'm going to try to grab them with Volt Tackle. There it is. I'm going to just grab them here. I'm not going to let them get in. I was just trying to block them from getting to the fight there. That was my whole thought. And if I lose my shield here, so be it. We made sure that we secured, and that was my job. So if they take me out, they take me out. That happens. And they're actually backing off. So I get to live long enough to defend as well. Perfect. Take the sleigh home. By the way, what an incredible recall in it. Like, look at this. A sleigh comes down to take you. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Too good. All right. 30 seconds left. Definitely time for them. I'm gonna try to charge my Unite. I should have been charging my Unite and not spending all my time doing that. There's mine. He knew I was doing that. That's fine. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Got the KO.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop and Slowbro there. And we did it. Nice. Nice. Nice little victory there. And with this build, you're often going to come out with a little less damage than our other builds. So we got about 52,000 here. Not too bad. You'd like a little more if you can, but a pretty solid damage game for Pikachu right there. More than damage with this build, you're focusing on grabbing the enemy and sort of shutting them down. Like you saw in that final fight against Espeon right there. My whole thought process was, I am just going to make sure that they can't get to this objective right here. So there you go. There is the Electro Ball Volt Tackle Pikachu build. I hope you enjoyed this guide. More coming soon. Let me know what Pokemon you would like to see next in the comments below. And yeah, I think that's everything you need to start playing well with Pikachu, or if you're already playing it, maybe a few tips and thoughts that you hadn't really put into practice yet. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Yeehaw!